way to my hometown of Chengdu, China, but I'm going to take you with me so we can check out all of the gaming that is happening in China. And yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to discover, but we'll do it together. Hello, so I've made it to Hong Kong, and the first stop today is to check out this Golden Computer Arcade, which apparently has tons of gaming stuff. So let's go take a look. Okay, so going into the Golden Computer Arcade, they had a lot of individual shops, and you can see that there is a lot of advertising for Tears of the Kingdom. There is a lot of Nintendo stuff like Amiibo. Games were pretty plentiful, and they had like some of the current games, but they also had a lot of older titles as well. This store I really liked because it looked almost like the official Nintendo store in New York. Like, they had so much merch, the big Mario statue, they had tons of special editions. Like, it looked really legit. And then I went to a place that had more retro games. There wasn't a lot of retro game stores I found in Hong Kong, but this one had kind of a lot of just random stuff. I thought like some of the stuff was pretty interesting. I haven't seen like a lot of this kind of these types of games before, so that looked pretty nice. And yeah, I was surprised that there wasn't as much retro gaming in Hong Kong. And then yeah, they had like a lot of Japanese special editions and things like that, but nothing like super old. Game Boy for sure was available, but didn't see a lot of N64 games, didn't see a lot of NES games or like cartridges or anything. And then I went to this like Bandai Namco arcade thing, but I was so confused because why is it Parmesan cheese? Like, I'm so confused by this. But apparently it's Bandai Namco. And then I saw a whole bunch of these Mario statues literally everywhere in Hong Kong. I think he's a hitman, but I'm not sure. Hello, as you can see, I am in Chengdu, China now, and we're going to check out the gaming scene here. I have not seen much gaming yet, but we're going to discover it together. The first stop, I found a place that has a PlayStation flagship store. So let's go check that out. We're going to get on the subway, and I'm going to take you around with me, and we'll just see what we find. So I made it to the Sony PlayStation flagship store was how it was categorized, but was super impressed and happy to see that there was also Xbox and Nintendo. But this PlayStation area was inside of this other sort of big electronics mall. It kind of reminded me of like a Best Buy, but they had some advertisements for Assassin's Creed Mirage, which makes sense because Ubisoft does have a Chengdu office, and that I'll show you what that looks like in a little bit. But the store is like really nice, and they had a lot of stuff, and it looked super official, and just they had a lot of like merch. They had special editions, like the Spider-Man special edition. So they did have plenty of stuff at this location, like a lot of current games and things like that was also included here. So I thought that was pretty cool. The people there were super, super nice, and I asked them so many questions about like what games people were playing and stuff. And I mean, it seems like the big three, Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox were all represented. I thought this Xbox section was pretty cool looking. It had like controllers. It had, they had plenty of stock too, which is cool. Obviously, Minecraft seems to be pretty big here as well. Of course, you have a panda for some reason because they're everywhere in Chengdu. It's very cute. But yeah, like plenty of everything is available. And then again, the Nintendo section was like super nice. It kind of reminded me again of like the official Nintendo store in New York, obviously much smaller, but they had everything you could possibly want. Merch, cases, accessories, figures. Pokemon certainly is still like super duper popular here in China, and you can see like Pokemon stuff almost everywhere. A lot of games, again, a lot of older games here. They didn't have as many advertisements I saw for big store displays for upcoming games. Like I didn't see any advertisements at all for Super Mario Wonder, for example. So that was kind of weird. But they had all the special editions. They have all of the newest, the OLEDs and all that stuff. Plenty of stock of everything there. Oh my gosh, Mario Live home circuit still exists somewhere. Okay then. And then upstairs was like the less official gaming thing. So this was kind of a mess, honestly. Like just everything just sort of thrown together. I'm sure these are just like individually operated shops, but they still had quite a few things. I'm not sure why there's like a huge advertisement for Super Mario Party, but Super Mario Party seemed to be pretty popular. Mario Kart seems to be super popular. And then this store was another sort of like individually operated store. It had a bunch of stuff, but what was really funny is that there is the Nintendo logo in Sony blue, which I'm sure is not what they want. And then I'm here at the Ubisoft office in Chengdu. Obviously, I didn't go inside, but that's what that looks like. We were just going around the city and we saw some interesting, strange things. Gaming here is available. There's obviously Nintendo and PlayStation and Xbox. We saw all of it. The other thing is obviously in China, they do not care about like brand stuff. So saw some weird stuff like a PlayStation blue colored Nintendo racetrack logo, which I'm sure is going to be a major issue for Nintendo if they ever saw that. Whoopsie. So that was sort of what I took away from poking around here in some of the gaming shops in Chengdu. Now I am here in this beautiful park because another cool thing about gaming in Chengdu is there is a Ubisoft office here, which is super cool. I can't believe that in my hometown that I was born, now there's like a actual, development studio. So I went to go just take a look at the outside. I didn't go in or anything like that. I didn't want to disturb them, but it's pretty cool that there's actually like gaming development happening in the city. So yeah, there you have it. Okay, so I'm here to eat my breakfast, which is a bowl of delicious dandan noodles. And I'm also here to wrap up this gaming in China vlog, which has been super fun and interesting. My big takeaways in Hong Kong and in mainland China is that current games are available. They're definitely a little bit older, so like the games that are available are like at least 1 to 2 years behind, but they still have advertisements for current games like Tears of the Kingdom and all that stuff. Nintendo is definitely the most popular, and I asked somebody and they definitely said Nintendo is the most popular. The thing that is missing, I think, in China is retro games. I barely saw any retro games. So that doesn't seem to be like a popular thing. I don't know, maybe I didn't look in the right place. Hong Kong, a little bit better. China, I didn't see any. Gaming is relatively new. I think legit gaming is relatively new in China, so maybe that's why. I remember when I was a kid, we basically just had like the, like the fake versions, the black market versions of games in China, which was what they had to do back in the day. But now, obviously, Nintendo has the partnership with Tencent, and they are legit here, so they do have a lot of like official stuff. But yeah, I love just checking out the gaming scene in these different countries. It's just super interesting to see what everyone how they're engaging with all of these games. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog as well, and I'll see you later. Bye!